Right. Focus. That's better. Oh, hi kids and kittens. Yes, I'm green screenless today. I'm just doing a straight video file captured on this little cheapy 1080p camera. It says 1080p, but I call shenanigans on that shit. It's probably closer to like 480p, but they just scale it upwards. And obviously you can see color correction is just terrible on this thing. So I'm just doing a straight recording on this, upload it to YouTube just to say hi. Because let's be honest, it has been a while. And for those of you who don't know, my name's Andrew, but on the internet most people don't call me Dougan. There was kind of like a whole joke with that. I'll say welcome back to Talkie Tuesday. It is Tuesday, I'm uploading this. And in a nutshell, I'm going to briefly say this is 14 months in climbing. Now, I'd love to be able to show you a before shot and an after shot on screen at the moment, but those don't exist. Well, from my perspective at the moment, I'm doing a straight data dump and that's it. I've let my membership with regards to Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects slip, so I'll be looking at restarting that in the not distant future there, because I wouldn't mind doing a bit of editing, because I've kind of let this slip. And I know the winter months are approaching, so the summertime is gone away. But, aim of today's video is to discuss briefly climbing, and as I said, it's 14 months since I started it, and this would be back in July the 16th. One of my friends at work, so, we were out for sushi one night, and says, Andrew, I'm going climbing tonight, do you want to come along? And I thought, yeah, why not? I'd get very little activity, but physical activity, and I have climbed as a child, so why not? It can't be that difficult. And so I did. I went climbing. The reason I know it was the 16th, not because I actually saved the date, but I know the day after we both went down to the climbing centre and I took pictures and we put them up on Facebook, and I've looked at the date stamp on those, so the oldest picture I have of me climbing is July 17th. So hence obviously July 16th is the day we started climbing. And in that time frame, I've noticed a lot of changes in myself. I'll put through the brief basics of what I've seen, and obviously changes from there, and you can obviously look at. I want to say you can look at results. So I'm not going to strip off and say, "Yeah, look at this." No, yes, but along the way, I did also get a T-shirt that says "Installing muscles, please wait." I thought it was quite a nifty little gag. I've noticed a lot of fat has literally just fallen off. Okay. When I started, I was 103 kilos, and at the moment when I last checked in, I check in at the start of every month there, so when I checked in it was 89 kilos, so for all I know I may have lost a little bit more weight between then, but I've decided a long while ago I'm not going to stare at the weighing scales every day and try to see what's happening. I'm just going to look for a general trend and make sure it's getting less. 89 kilos is where I'm currently at when I last checked in, and 150 is when I started, so I've lost 14 kilos, so that's roughly 2 stone, or just a little over 28 pounds, depending on how you want to crunch for math. I'm metric, I work in metric, it's so much more easier that way. Technically though, my body mass index is still in the overweight category, so I'm still going. I want to try and lose more weight. I'd like to say try and lose more fat and probably gain muscle, but that is just me being completely narc about this. I've lost 4 inches off the waistline. When I started, my work belt was right up to the final notch of the belt, and now it's on the other end of it. So I need to look at new work trousers, obviously. I need to look at a new work belt. I've already had a change of my shirts in the wardrobe. I was having to use like I'm going to say 17.5 was snug around the neck collar, and now down to a 17. I'm using a tailored fit, and they do feel trim. Downside with those new shirts is I've often found when I go roll the sleeves, I can't roll the sleeves up past like halfway up there. It's because when I do that, and I'm almost certain I'm not going to show it on camera, but essentially there's a massive muscle joint but there, which I swear wasn't there when I started. You can probably half see the shadow cast by it. It's not going to be showing the side is there. But people in real life are saying, "Whoa man, where the fuck did that come from?" And likewise, I've also noticed that one as well. Okay, that's probably not demonstrated as much. There you go. You can probably get a better shot of it. Coming in, so you can see the contrast of my very pale white skin. Pasty is tasty. And obviously there's this, all the fat's gone from there. And obviously muscles just plopped up by there as well. Likewise, obviously notice, I'd like to say the guns are larger. Peanuts. I know I can physically lift more because I'm actually able to lift myself up for a rock face. I'm going to say the man boobs are a lot less. Okay, I can still feel them. I'm in that awkward territory trying to decide where do man boobs stop and pecs start. So that sort of territory. I did catch myself the other day being able to just twitch the actual pectoral muscle just to show, I can do that. That was sweet. Actually, hang on. Yeah, I just did it by it's kind of a half like gesture of the arm. I've done something half a muscle so twitch. I know there's a fantastic Old Spice advert where the big black guy So Twitch, look at my muscles, twitch, twitch, twitch. It actually twitches off the actual musical instruments. Again, sidetracked here, sorry. Likewise, muscles of the legs, I was going to say the calf muscles, you can quite clearly see a distinctive shape behind it. I wouldn't deny those weren't too bad looking before. I've always had quite meaty legs itself there, but the density of them, I think also there's just a lot less fat in there and a lot more meat. I've noticed obviously the abdominal region. I was going to say you can still start to see like a V shape occurring, and I realise I'm half gesturing below the camera line, so it looks like I'm doing something really dodgy there. Sorry. So feels like there's a lot less fat there. I can definitely feel, dare I say, if I just hold and tense, I can definitely feel where the muscle groups are going to be. So dare I say, the abs, the obliques, and the core muscle groups behind it. But there's, from my perspective, there's between like half a centimetre and a full centimetre of fat in some places there. So I'm working to try and slim that down there. The back muscles, my god, those are not stiff, but they feel strong. Again, same sort of problem as like an extra. I'm just pinching myself now. There's probably a good half a centimetre to a centimetre of flab, just insulating it. So I'm trying to skim that down there. Well, I'm now trying to skim that down. But this is all side effects, obviously, of rock climbing. And we'll add in the confessions, the confession bear sort of angle on this. It was after I went on holiday to Dubai in May, and again, same person that invited me rock climbing invited me to Dubai. Again, I'll say when a hot redhead invites you along to go on holiday or to go climbing, you don't really say no. So I did. That was probably one of the first holidays I actually lost weight. I think I went on a weighing scales. I think I lost about a total of about 2 or 3 pounds time-wise, but I'm just assuming I just sweated all off there. But also they had a fantastic fitness regime there as well. So got blasted, and it's been stuck from there. So about May onwards, I've since joined a gym because I noticed my climbing skills had plateaued as well. And it's from that, I was going to say, I've noticed in the last 3 months or 3 or 4 months, I'm sure I have to crunch the numbers on that one to see exactly where I started with gym there, but I've got 3 readings across for my entire time with the gym, and I've lost 25% of my body fat. So that I'm also quite impressed with as well. Now, I've recorded that I've lost 25% body fat, so that's for about May sort of time frame. I know I've lost 25% of my body fat there, so I dread to be what I was fat percentage wise when I started when I was 103 kilos. A little disturbing that. Ooh, sorry, pardon me, perhaps I shouldn't have had that beer. So I'm still trying to curb out the alcohol and all that kind of jazz. I know I did put forward a video a while back saying I'm going to try and be more healthy, and that kind of, that I think the good intentions were there, and I just never got any further forward with it. And when you actually get doing it, I think there's no point in actually saying I'll start my workout regime tomorrow, I'll start dieting tomorrow. It's not a diet, it's a change in your lifestyle. And I'm going to say start right now. Don't wait and say I'll start on the 1st of next month. I'll start next week. Start right now. Give it 6 weeks. I can guarantee you'll be the reason someone masturbates. And yes, that sounds very perverted. That is the final thing I also noticed with regards to my climbing and gymming and whatnot. My libido was shot up as well there. So I'm sorting that one out as well. But that's a different story for a different day. So I think I'll stop there before I go completely off a piece, because I know I've got other things I need to do today, and you probably don't want to hear about a pervy old man talking to a camera. I thought I was going to say something else there. So many people just right from my head. I could say about... Nope. No, I think that's it for now. In a nutshell, 14 months in climbing. I would have probably done a 30-month, but that would have been my parents' anniversary. I should have done a 12-month, but I kind of missed that date. So hence where you have 14 months. So I'd love to be able to say, here's 10, here's an extra 4. 14 months in climbing. I'm Dougan. I'm going to say ciao for now. And I could be a total dick and say if you enjoyed it, because I do leave a like, but... I think that whole liking phenomenon on YouTube is kind of gay and stupid and pointless. If you enjoyed it, you enjoyed it. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. You don't have to have me tell you to like something. But the people at YouTube tell me to tell you to like something. I'm rambling here. I'm Andrew, aka Dougan. Ciao for now.